August. Boy, this month went some quick. Welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. Before we get started, do we have any emergency or priority traffic for the... This is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1JBL. My name is Jim, and I'll be your net controller for tonight's net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic Time in the CQ Maritimes Room 60207. The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also streaming live on YouTube at Rob VE1RMJ. That's Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet. So that everyone can follow the net and participate in the chat room. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, please give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After Maritime stations are called in, stations from outside the area will get a chance to check in. A reminder, due to a delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting and keep the PTT button on for a second or two after your transmission has finished. Break. Okay, first of all, do we have any announcements for the net? Any announcements? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Victor.
VE9MTV, VE1JBL. Yeah, I was wondering, Mike, if you were going to come in there, somebody was going to mention, well, I'm not sure what you're going to talk about, but I think I know. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, VE1JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net VE9MTV. Yeah, very good, Jim. Yeah, I was just going to mention two things. The IRG is having their first meeting since 2019 on the 17th of September in Case Clear, New Brunswick, right by the Maritime Dam. And the meeting's Sunday, 17th at 2 p.m. So anybody wanted, and pizza will be furnished for everybody attending. And the other announcement is the flea market in Moncton. It's on the 23rd of September at the 701 Cloverdale Road at the Lions Club. And that's the 23rd of September. Doors open at 8 for sellers and 9 for buyers. The admission is $5 and $10 for the sellers. That includes the any amount of tables you want for $5 and the admission fee of $5. So hope to see a lot of you there, and that's about it for the announcement. Also, I did sign up to be net control for the CQ Canada net, Jim. So I told them just as long as it's not the first Wednesday of the month. I'll have my full slate for the first Wednesday of the month. So yeah, so I guess I'm going to be doing a bilingual net there on the CQ Canada net there. Thank you, Jim. Have a good net. Have a good all. VE1JBL, VE9MTV.
VE9MTV, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Mike. Good on everything there in the IRG meeting, and of course the flea market. I'm going to be up there this year. I haven't been one since before COVID, so I'm making an appearance this year for sure. So we'll see you at the flea market there. And yeah, good on the net. I had thought about it different times about contacting them about that, but it's a little late at night, and I don't know if I'd really want to get into that or not. But do you have any idea when you're going to be on, Mike? Over.
I didn't get any schedule yet. Just signed up and got their preamble. I did a bilingual preamble for them. So anybody that's bilingual can use that. I'm going to be using that, the one I made, and I sent it over to Jack there to verify it, and he said it was looking good. So we'll see about when the schedule is going to be up there. Not sure yet, Jim. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Very good, Mike. Yeah. Let me know when it is there. I'll try and I'll try and mark that down to be sure to check in with you there for sure. There. So very good. Okay, thanks, Mike. You want me to put this down as your check-in also, over?
Yeah, Roger. I'm visiting with people who are from Quebec City here, so we won't be able to get on the net later on. So thanks, Jim. Have a good net there. 73 V1JBL V9MTV.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. I heard all people in the background. I thought maybe you're at the clubhouse or something like that. So, nope, you got your visitors. So, good enough. Thanks very much for checking in, and go enjoy your friends there. And we'll talk later. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's our announcements for the net. So what we're going to do now is we're going to call in any short-time stations or mobile stations. I'll take mobile stations also with the short time because they may just be in an area where they can check in. So any mobile or short-time stations that can't stick around for the whole net, one at a time, guys, go ahead.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, Portable, VE1. VE9GC, Portable 1.
Victor Echo 9, Lima Echo November, VE9LEN.
Victor Alpha 1, Bravo India Lima, VA1 VIL.
VE1 KEV.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, VA6 FP.
Here, Mike, I think I doubled it the first of it there, Jim. I'm in short time.
Okay, I got a good crew to start there. I'll tell you who I have here. I have VE9GC, VE9LEN, VE1KEV, VA1VIL, VA6FP, and VE1FSN. Any other short time or mobile stations? Any other short time or mobile stations? Go ahead.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima, V9 PAL.
Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray, VE1 FOX.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Sierra, V1JS.
Okay, I got to see who I got. VE9PAL, VE1FOX, and VE1JS. Okay, very good. We'll go to the top of the list here. And Gordon, very good evening. And portable VE1, I'm thinking you're probably in Halifax. VE9GC, portable 1, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. V1JBL with the Wednesday Night Fusion Net. Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, Portable V1. Yes, that is correct. Coming to you from kind of a damp and drizzly and somewhat rainy Halifax. The trip down surprised me. Had some off-and-on showers, but essentially almost dry pavement most of the way. Did a quick stop at Masstown, and boy, at that point it was sunny and plus 25. So anyway, I guess we're going to pay for it tonight and into tomorrow. No particular traffic, just wanted to pop in and say good evening to everybody, and hope that everybody has a good week, and it finishes off that way. And not sure where I'm going to be next Wednesday, but we'll also make an effort to check in, either from the home QTH or on the road. VE1JBL, VE9GC, Portable 1.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. Good on everything there. And, yeah, you lucked out on the way down then, because I know there was a lot of rain around different areas there today. They were showing it on the news there also in the Halifax area. So, anyways, I guess you lucked out there. So, good stuff. Very good, Gordon. Thanks so much for checking in as always, and have yourself a great evening there. Let's go see Lynn, VE9LEN, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, VE1GBL, VE9LEN returning. Good evening to you there, Jim, and to everybody else on frequency.
Here in Shediac, it's not raining at the moment. It's the sun seems as if it wants to peek through the clouds here. We had a few thunder boomer here, not very extensive, just light flashes here, a few here and there, and that's about it. A little bit of rain prior to that, but now it's not raining. It seemed as if it was going to clear, so we're keeping our fingers crossed and hoping for the best. Hope we were having nice weather for tomorrow. So that's it from here. So back to you, Jim. Thanks for doing the net. Victor Echo 9, Lima Echo November, we're clear. Yeah, okay, very good down in. Good on everything there. And thanks very much for taking part in the net there tonight, 7-3. Okay, let's go see Kevin, VE1KEV, VE1JBL.
Yeah, very good evening, Jim. V1JBL for the Wednesday night Fusion Net. V1 Kilo Echo Victor. Good evening there, and good evening to Len and Gordon and Foxy. I heard Foxy coming in there. Good evening to all on the net there tonight, Paul. Anyway, just thought we better get in here and say hi. I was just in the shack here finishing up some emails or whatever, and I caught you on scan. So, oh, there now. So there you go. We'll say hi to Frank there as well. I guess I heard Frank coming in there as well. Anyway, it's not currently raining here either, but it should come down there for a little while. My goodness, it just the old heavens opened up there, that's for sure. So anyway, it's supposed to be nice for the weekend, and that's what we're kind of looking forward to for this nice long weekend. Hopefully it'll be nice. Thanks, Jim, for calling us in, and have yourself a great net there. V1JBL from V1 Kilo Echo Victor.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kevin. I was going to ask you if you got that rain about 6:45 there. It darkened right up here, and the street light came on in the backyard and everything there. It was getting so dark here, and then that rain come down, and man, she was just pouring here for about 10 minutes, but it lightened up afterwards. So, anyways, I've never seen it so dark here all at once there, but it did come down. Thanks a lot, Kevin, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Let's go down and see Bill, VA1BIL, VE1JBL. Come on in.
V1JBL, VA1BIL. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. It's been a while since I've been on. Pretty busy here, so I don't have much traffic, and hope you have a great net. Thanks for doing it, Jim. And I'll say 7-3, short time here, VA1BIL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bill. Good to hear you on there. It has been a while, so hopefully everything is good, going well there. And thanks very much for taking part in the net there tonight, 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go up to Wainwright and see Francis and see how the weather is out in that part of the country. VA6FP from VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1 JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FB in Wainwright, Alberta. Good evening to you, Jim, and good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes. Sure nice to hear some familiar voices every Wednesday evening. Well, we're just trying to get the lawn finished up here. I just got done the whippersnippering, and I thought I'd try to check in quickly because I got to get on the mower very shortly. We're expecting showers and possibly thunder showers this evening. Glad to see the showers. Could do without the thunder showers, but I guess we don't make those calls. Mother Nature's the boss, and we take what she dishes out. It sure has been hot here the last couple of days. Mind you, it has cooled down right there now. You can tell there's something coming because the wind has switched directions, and it has cooled down quite a bit. We had low to mid-30s the last couple of days. Way too hot for me, I'll tell you. I don't mind, around 24. That's about as much as I can put up with. But after that, it's way too warm. Anyway, we're going to keep it short. Thanks so much for allowing us to check in. And thanks again for doing the net, Jim. Always a pleasure to check in here, the gang back in the Maritimes. Definitely a pleasure. Hope everyone has a great week, and we'll say 7-3 all around. VE1JBL from VA6FB. 7-3 all.
VA6FB, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Francis. Good on everything there. And yeah, you're like me, low 20s. That's the most I want to see in the weather. Anything after that, I go hibernate in the garage with the air conditioner on. So now saying that, and Kevin, I forgot to mention that to you, Kevin there, who was just on there. The weather now for next week, boy, they're giving 7 straight days of sunshine after all this rain is over, and by the middle of next week or late next week, it's supposed to be back up into the high 20s. So I thought we were done that for the year, but looks like we may get some more here by next week there. So, anyways, like you say, friends, we've got to take what we get. So that's it. Anyways, thanks again, friends, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go into Emerson C. Frank, VE1FSM, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1JBL, VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Good morning, good afternoon, Jim. Or late afternoon, anyway. It's been a long day. Back from doing the past, but I got to run back out again. So, anyway, just a quick reminder for everybody that the Westcombe Amateur Radio Club is going to have their Monday night net this coming Monday, September 4th, with you as the net controller. So, hopefully we hear everybody on there. Anyway, Jim, like I said, I got to head back out the door. I'm playing taxi service for the grandkids tonight, so we'll turn it back over to you. VE1JBL, VE1 Fox Sierra Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good, Frank. Very good. Good on everything there. And, yeah, good on the net there next Monday night there. I'm already got the paperwork out here and ready to go there. So, we are the backup in case anybody can't make it for the Monday night net there. I will fill in as backup there. So, anyways, thanks, Frank, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Good luck on the taxi service there. VE9PAL, VE1JBL, up in Irishtown. Good evening, Paul.
Yeah, VE1JBL, this is VE9PAL. How you doing there, Jim, and everybody else on the net? 22 and a pouring. Yeah, I heard the same thing with next week. They were supposed to get some nice high temperatures there. I think we're going to get our August weather in September. Anyway, you guys all enjoy your week. Take care. VE9PAL.
VE9PAL, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Paul. Yeah, thanks very much for that. Yeah, that may happen, too. You never know. The weather's been so fickle this year that you never know what's going to get here. Maybe we will get the warmer temperatures in September. Anyways, very good. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go down to 3 Mile Plains and see Curtis, VE1FOX, VE1JBL.
VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, V1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all other operators on this evening there. Jim, look, I can't sit long. I just got a call from the hospital on the wife there. She went in yesterday with heart problems, so they're going to transfer to the Halifax to the infirmary. So I got to make it short and dash off to the hospital. So with that, everybody have a great evening, and we'll talk to you all at another time. Thanks for letting me in, Jim, and thanks for being there for the net. VE1 JLB, V1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray. We're clear. Back to you there, Jim. Have a good one.
Yeah, okay, very good, Curtis. VE1FOX, VE1JBL. Hopefully everything goes well with the wife there for sure there. So take care, and we'll talk to you again. 7-3 for now. And last but not least is John, VE1JS down in Sandy Cove, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. VE1JBL on the net, VE1JS. Not too bad a day in Sandy Cove. I was waking about 6 o'clock with a bit of a thunder boomer. Never got very close, but rained, I guess, till about 8 o'clock, a little after 8, 9. Somewhere in there, but 23 centimeters, 23 millimeters of rain. And we actually had some sunshine about noon. Not for very long, but we had sunshine. Anyway, thanks for doing the net. Thanks for calling me in. Have a good week. We'll look for you next week. VE1JBL on the net, VE1JS, 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, John. Thanks very much, as usual, for checking into that there, and have yourself a safe week there for sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we're at the bottom of that list, so now we're going to start the regular listings here for the Maritime Provinces. So first of all, of course, we'll do Prince Edward Island. Any stations from Prince Edward Island? Anybody visiting Prince Edward Island that can hear the net and listening to the net? Anybody, any visitors or anybody that's permanent on PEI that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? This is your time. Come on in. This is VE1JB on net control for the Maritime Fusion Net, looking for stations from Prince Edward Island. Any stations from Prince Edward Island would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead, please. Nothing heard. We'll go into Nova Scotia. Any stations from Nova Scotia? Nova Scotia stations that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead.
Go on, Alpha Bravo Archery Mobile.
Victor Alpha 1, Charlie Alpha Mike.
Victor Echo 1, Julie, Whiskey V1 JW.
Okay. Here so far, I have VE1ABX, VE1 Zulu Bravo, VA1 CAM, and VE1 JW. Any other stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu X-ray.
And I got Brad at the end there, VE1ZX. Let's go to the top of the list there. VE1ABX, Guy, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Jim. 7-3 all. We're currently in sunny Calgary, not in my home province at the moment, but we did get a chance to hook onto a repeater out here in Calgary, and thought I would throw a quick check in there. So got no traffic, and we'll send her back to you, Jim. 7-3 all. VE1 JBL, VE1 ABX Mobile.
Okay, very good, Guy. Good and everything there. And, well, I didn't realize you were out in Calgary there because I heard you talking to Vern, I think, today. But I think it was today. Yes, I think it was today. I was up in the garage. And, of course, I never thought about you being out there, but I heard you were talking to him there. So, anyways, good on that. I hope you have yourself a good, safe trip out there and enjoy yourself. And we'll talk to you again there. Thanks very much for taking part in the net there. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go into Oxford and see Mike. VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, all. Oh, yeah, we got a big heavy shower there at supper time, I guess around 6 o'clock or something. And, of course, heavy rain early this morning there here in town, too. Anyways, we made a Costco on the mountain today, and so that was our excitement for the day. Nothing else from Oxford, VE1 Zulu Bravo.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Good at everything there, and good on the trip to Moncton there. I thought you were going to say that you went to Princess Auto. Everybody who goes to Moncton seems to go to Princess Auto. And I said to Steve Orr the other day, I said, I've never been to Princess Auto. I've never ever been to one of their stores. And he looked at me with this straight look. He said, we're going to have to get you up to Princess Auto one of these days. I said, yep. I said, I always get the booklets. I said, but I've never been there. I said, maybe when I go to the Moncton Flea Market this year, I'll go to Princess Auto afterwards and check it out, see what it's all about. Anyways, okay, good on everything there, Mike. Thanks very much for taking part in the net there, and 7-3 for now. Okay, here's one of our newer members of the net, and VA1CAM, VE1JBL. Good evening, Chris. VA1 CAM, VE1 JBL. You on there, Chris? Well, hopefully his battery didn't die there. He had a good signal when he came in there. I'll call him at the end of this list here. Let's go down and see Eric in Greenwood there. VE1JW, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Everybody else, good net going there so far. Yeah, let's say here we got just shy of 40 millimeters so far. I don't know if we're going to get any more. They're saying we could get another 5 to 10 overnight, but who knows for sure. But you had a couple big heavy showers this morning and a couple this afternoon. And the last time I looked out, it was just about stopped. So don't think we're getting too much more. But the rain gauge is 39.37, so I guess that's pretty close to 40. So, and then I got your email, Jim. So I'll wait till next week before I send that to you. But just I was thinking it was getting close, so I thought, well, when I went to the website, and it's as you said, it's acted out, but parts of it work, parts of it don't. So I think that's the system. So hopefully they'll find somebody that's willing to take it over and maybe rebuild a new one on Google like you did, or something similar, and have to at least have something. Other than that, not much else, I don't think. Just been a rainy day. I worked a few contacts on FT8. Didn't work too many, but I did get one new country, got the North Cook Islands, so that was kind of nice. So that was a new country for me. So other than that, the rest was just kind of odds and ends around the bands. V1JW.
VE1JW, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Eric. Good and everything there. And yeah, I sent you an email right back there. So yeah, just hold off there, and we'll get you set up there in a few days there. So 7-3, and thanks very much for taking part. So, and let's go down to Wild and see Brad. VE1 Zulu X-Ray, VE1JBL. Come on in.
V1JBL with Fusion Net, V1 Zulu X-Ray. Very good evening, Jim. Very good evening to everybody on the frequency here. And Chris called in. He's in Halifax on the handheld there, Jim. So he just got to find the right spot, I guess, to get back in. But like you, I heard him good there when he first checked in there. And we was in Dartmouth today too at Costco, and man, we got wet. Coming over Costco, and the time we got to the car or the Jeep, we certainly got wet. Thanks, Jim, for checking me in. Thanks for doing that. V1 JBL, V1 Zulu, X-Ray, Brad, and 2 out of Pearsall.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brad. Good on everything there, and the trip to Costco, and all the weather there. So good stuff. Okay, very good. I'm going to call Chris in again here before I move on here. See if I can see if he's in an area now. We can get him there. VA1 CAM, VE1 JBL. Are you on frequency there now, Chris? Go ahead. VA1 CAM, Victor Alpha 1, Charlie Alpha Mike, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. Any copy, Chris? No, nothing heard. Nothing heard. And he may be in a lot of traffic, or he may be in a downpour of rain too. So I probably wants to keep his eyes on the road there. So very good. Okay, with that, that's one round of Prince Edward Island and one round of Nova Scotia. So let's go up to New Brunswick and take the first round of the province of New Brunswick. Anybody from New Brunswick that'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, this is your time. Come in.
Victor Echo 9 Alpha India, V9 AI.
Echo 9 Delta Echo November, VE9DEN.
Victor Echo 9 Alpha Delta Victor.
Victor Echo 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo, V9 OSK.
VE1 Tango United.
Okay, we got five fine gentlemen there to begin that. We got VE9AI, we got VE9DEN, VE9ADV, VE9OSK, and VE1 Tango United. Any other stations that I missed or any other stations from New Brunswick that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Romeo.
Okay, and Pat, I get you on the end there, VE1JPR. Top of the list, VE9AI. Gary, how's things up in Fredericton tonight? Go ahead.
VE1 JBL Net Control, VE9AI. Good evening to one and all. Rain here, it's pretty well tapered off, but earlier it was raining, so I didn't go to the car show. I don't know whether it was canceled or not, but I didn't go anyway because of the rain. So another big one on Saturday, and it's supposed to be sunny, so we'll try and attend that one. Anyway, not much else new here, I guess. Jim, I see it. Someone tried to rob the TD Bank in Ormuckle there about 5 o'clock, and somebody had video there for 4 police cars, and they came there with their long guns and took the guy into custody anyway, so the only thing he got, I guess, is a trip to jail. So you never know what's going on these days. Anyway, like I said, not much else here, I guess, so looks like a busy month of activities with IRG and other things going on. Anyway, back to net control. Everybody have a great week. VE9AI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gary. VE9AI, VE1JBL, and good on the attempted robbery there. There's lots of excitement going on. Yeah, very good. And, well, of course, come September, all the clubs are getting back. Of course, everybody's getting back home from summer vacations and cottages and stuff and getting back into the regular routine and getting back on the air. And the clubs are all starting up again and flea markets and everything. So it is a busy month, that's for sure. But I always look forward to it for sure there. So very good. Thanks, Gary, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go up north to Dalhousie and see Denny. VE9DEN, VE1JBL.
V1 BGL, V9DEN. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to all aboard. Here in Dalhousie, it's overcast, holy catfish. It's dark. The sky is almost black, So, but no wind. Everything is so quiet, it's unreal. It's just a little rain to see it's raining there. You know what I mean? But a while ago it was pouring. There you go. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, a lot of excitement all over the place. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, there's a lot. That's for sure. I got no traffic just out there, and just put my name in the book there. And we'll see 7-3, and thanks for doing the net. And everybody has a good evening there for sure. And a good day tomorrow. VE1 VGL, VE9 DEN. Denny here in Dalhousie, over. Potable.
VE9DEN, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Denny. Good on everything there. Yeah, we got that dark sky there a little earlier ago there, and the skies opened up there for about 10 minutes there, and it was really raining, that's for sure. It's still not too bright here, but it's not raining here right at the moment either. So very good. Thanks, Denny, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go see JP, VE9ADV, VE1JBL. Good evening.
V1 JBL, VE9ADV. Hello, Jim. Hello, everybody here on the Fusion Net here this evening. Just browsing the internet here, looking for some control box for a prop pitch rotator that I inherited there with the tower a few days ago. So doing some research on that and looking at control boxes for it, and blue heron engineering, blue heron or green heron engineering. Anyway, forget now. Make a box for it. So kind of looking it up to it, how to set it up and get it going, and maybe this time next year I'll have a tower in the ground and a beam up there and being able to play on HF and make some more contacts. Anyway, have a good evening, everyone. Have a good rest of the week. 7-3s to all. VE9EDV will be clear.
VE9ADV, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, JP. Got everything there and the box for the rotor, and yeah, it's nice. Always nice when you get the tower up and be able to get some good contacts there. So good luck with that, and thanks again for checking into the net. 7-3 for now. Let's remain in DF and we'll go see Oscar. VE9OSK, VE1JBL.
VE9 JBL, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. We're on our node in Dieppe, of course. We had a little bit of rain so far, according to my gauge. We got 23 millimeters. Probably not finished yet there, but no problems as long as it doesn't come all at once there, as long as it's spread out a little bit there. Nothing else besides that. Thanks for doing the net, and thanks for calling me in. Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo.
VE9OSK, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Oscar. Well, as usual, thanks very much for taking part in the net there. And have yourself a great evening there. 7-3 for now. Let's go up to Fredericton and see Dennis. VE1TU, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1 Juliet Bravo Lima. This is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to all on the network. Well, you got the weather from Gary, AI, so I don't have to repeat that. We did have a doctor's appointment this morning at 11 o'clock, and on the way to the office and going in the office, it was a moderate rain. But when we come out, it had stopped, so the drive home was pretty good. I don't have to worry about the home end because I'm parked in an underground parking garage, and we have a clicker to open the doors, so you don't have to get out in the rain. Otherwise, we had a visit from Bravo Charlie Lima and his XYL for a while this afternoon, and that was very pleasant. Otherwise, we just did a few chores and got the day in. So back to you, Jim. This is VE1 Tango United.
VE1TU, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Dennis. Good on everything there, and good on Steve and the family coming over to see you there. So good stuff. And thanks for coming in there tonight there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And last but not least, let's go see Pat back in Moncton. VE1JPR, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL in the group, VE1JPR. Nothing too exciting here, sir. Getting ready, I think, to go to the trailer. We may shut it down or may come awful close to shutting it down, depending on what the kids want to do. I think it's almost time to put the trailer to sleep and get it ready for another year. So let's hopefully that we don't have any hurricanes. Not that we have any amount of trees left to come down. They're pretty much all gone down now because of the last two hurricanes. But anyway, that's what Mother Nature wants to do, I guess. So, and Jim, thanks for taking the time to do the nets. Appreciate it. That's time out of your family life. So I'm sure most of the hands here all agree with me that it's a big job and not one that I could do. That's for sure. So. 7-3, my friend, take care, and 7-3 to all listening and all scanner listeners, if there are any. VE1JPR.
VE1JPR, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Pat. Good and everything there. Yep, thanks for the compliments there. Oh, we enjoy doing it here, and I guess that's part of retirement here. We can do this. We don't have to worry about it too much. But you know, Pat, I found that even when I was working, that I could get things done here, and I said, I'm like, you know, I said, oh, I'll have all kinds of time when I get retired. But it's funny when you get retired, there you got so much stuff on the go here. It's hard to keep up with what you're doing here. But anyway, so. Have a great evening, Pat. Thanks very much for coming in, and 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've completed one round of the Maritime Provinces, so what we're going to do right now is open it up for anybody outside the Maritime Provinces. Anybody from outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, and I do see a few nodes on here from outside the area there, so anybody from outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, we'd love to have you on board here. The call sign here is BE1JBL. My name is Jim. Come on board.
Good evening, Jim. Victor Alpha 3, Queen Victor, Bob in Kingston, Ontario.
Okay, I got Bob in there, VA3, Queen Victor. Any other stations from outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? We'd love to have you on board here, so go ahead with your call signs.
November 1 Charlie, Delta, November, N1 CDN.
Okay, we also got Steve in there, N1 CDN, so he didn't get blown away from the hurricane there. I think he missed him there, went a little bit north there. So, anyways, we got two stations. Let's go to Bob. VA3QV up in Kingston, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, this is VA3QV. Good evening, Jim. Hope everything's going well, and good evening to all on board with the same good wishes. Anyway, not too much happening in Kingston. We're getting ready for the long weekend, which unfortunately means move-in weekend for Queen's University, so there'll be a lot of first time away from mom and dad kids at university making a mess in our city. Happens every year. Happens at Christmas. It doesn't happen at Christmas, but it happens in September. St. Patty's Day is no fun whatsoever. Then it happens right at the end of the year when they have their move-out weekend. Anyway, Jim, I'll say 7-3 to all on board, and I'll be listening along for a while. I'm glad to see the storm staying away from all of us. VA3QV, back to net control.
VA3QV, VE1JBL, very good, Bob, good and everything. Yes, well, of course, everybody has the same thing going on here. I know the news here usually has some of that going on down in Halifax, of course, with Dalhousie and St. Mary's, and all the kids moving in, and all the stuff they're bringing with them, and people put couches and chairs out, and they're grabbing them as fast as they're putting them out, and I guess that's all part of it. So there you go. Hopefully they'll all behave. We always seem to have problems down here now that each year here there's a lot of big partying going on outside, which shouldn't have. But anyways, hopefully everything will be calm this year. Anyways, thanks, Bob, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. N1CDN, VE1JBL. Steve, I've been following the hurricane there. Of course, it went north of you guys into, I guess, the Panhandle or whatever. But I did see a lot of flooding. So maybe you can give us an update on of your area there. N1CDN, VE1JBL, come on in.
Yeah, I was kind of chuckling listening to everybody talk about how much rain they got. This is N1CD and Stephen in Pinellas County, Florida, just west of Tampa and 6 kilometers in from the Gulf of Mexico, where we experienced the hurricane last night. It passed about 150 miles to our west, reminding us how bad it's going to be if it actually hits us, because we had areas of standing water from the storm surge as much as 6 foot deep, and it wasn't here, fortunately, but along the coastal communities, Tarpon Springs, it got real bad up there, and of course up in the Panhandle where it hit directly. I saw some videos out of I forget, Perry, Florida, and it was just absolutely, I heard this word from Jeff Foxworthy, pandalarium. But, yeah, we did fine. The most difficult thing to endure was putting up my storm shutters and then having to take them down. They're heavy, and I'm old and fat. So, but anyway, that's all I got down here. We're safe and sound. Didn't even lose power. I think it just clicked for a minute this afternoon. One of my computers rebooted, but the internet didn't go down, and everything was fine. So we'll make it to the next storm. We're in the clear. Back to net control, V1JBL and 1CDN.
M1 CDN, BE1JBL. Okay, very good, Steve. Good on everything there. Glad everything worked out for you there. One question for you before you go there. Did the tide in Tampa Bay get sucked out like I've seen before? I've seen it before in storms where they get sucked right out and then comes right back in there. Did that happen today or last night, Steve? Any idea?
No, it did not. That happens if the storm passes to our east or to the south of us. But not if it's going to go to our west and north. The wind currents around the low pressure always rotate in a counterclockwise direction. So if the storm's coming in south of us, it'll suck all the water out of Tampa Bay. But this time the vans were pushing the water into Tampa Bay, and they shut down all of the bridges here. The Howard Franklin Bridge was submerged at some point, and it was Hurricane Irma. I remember that sucked all the water out of the bay, and it was quite a spectacle driving across the Howard Franklin Bridge and looking out there to where we normally see, people in fishing boats and sports boats and stuff like that, and there's nothing but mud. It reminded me of the Bay of Fundy. So yeah, no, we did not lose the water out of our bay this time. We got more of it than we needed.
Yeah, okay, very good, Stephen. Yeah, that does make sense with the rotation there. That it would suck it out if it was to the south of you. So, yeah, very good. Okay, very good. Thanks very much for coming in. Glad everything went well for you there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've done the Maritimes once. We've done outside the Maritimes, so let's start the second round. It is, what time is it? 7:47. So let's start the second round. Of course, we'll begin with Prince Edward Island. Anybody from Prince Edward Island like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, Prince Edward Island Station, second round? Go ahead, please. Any stations from Prince Edward Island stations? I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please. Nothing heard. Let's go back to Nova Scotia. Any stations from Nova Scotia who didn't make it in the first round that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? This is the second round, so stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, this is your time. Go ahead, please.
Romeo Lima.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Charlie Charlie.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta.
Okay, I got three stations that time, but I think I missed one. There was a nice double there at the first there. I did get Norman, BE1NRL. I got BE1RCC, and I got BE1EPD. Who did I miss? Okay, maybe I did get everybody. So let's take another standby here. Any other stations? This is the second round. Any other stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead, please.
VE1, Yankee Zulu.
Okay, we got Neil at the end there. Good to hear you, Neil. Top of the list, the VE1 NRL, VE1JBL. Norman, come on in.
Good evening, John. V1JBL, 81 RL. Yeah, thanks for calling me in there. Not much to report there, and a little bit of a stormy day today with the lightning and that, but it wasn't too bad. Lots of rain anyway. Not as bad as some places, I guess I'm hearing. So, yeah, wish everyone a good evening there, and nice to hear everybody in on the net, and thanks for doing the net. And it's all good, thank you. VE1JBL, VE1NRL, 73.
VE1NRL, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Norman. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight. You're one of our newer members to the net here, so good to have you on board there. And thanks very much for taking part in the net there tonight. 7-3, and have yourself a great evening. Okay, and Rob, I didn't hear mobile, so maybe you're home there, and that's a rarity. VE1RCC, VE1JBL, come on in.
Hello, VE1JBL, VE1RCC. Yes, sir, I am at home. Just had a bass lesson here done online, so that's why I'm home type thing, but I'm going to be mobiling soon. But anyway, it's nice to be home. Again, it doesn't happen that often here lately, especially this time of the day. So it's nice to be able to check in right from the base station here. Anyway, yeah, I was caught in rain a little bit there this morning type thing. Had to do some mini split cleanings and stuff like that, and a heat pump, as well as a furnace cleaning. So so I had to go out there between the drain drops and all my tests and all that stuff. So anyway, other than that, thank goodness for rain gear. But anyway, other than that, that's about it. Thanks for letting me in there, everyone. Have a good day there. VE1RCC here at home.
VE1RCC, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Rob. Good on everything there. And I was going to ask you a question next time I heard you on there, Rob. The other day when you went down to Lunenburg, you were going to go down and see if you could have anybody in the area that could give you any updates on the new repeater happening down there. Did you find anybody? Did you get any information at all, Rob? Over.
Negative. No information whatsoever. I couldn't. Didn't rile anybody up. Of course, I was go, but I did give a shout on the Lunenburg repeater, and there was no go. So unfortunately, no information yet.
Okay, very good, Rob. Good and everything there. And yeah, I haven't heard anything else either. And just a reminder out there, everybody still listening here, there is going to be a new fusion repeater down in the Bridgewater, Lunenburg area. They're in the process there. I haven't heard anything lately over the summer. It was back in the spring I heard this, but of course everybody's been busy in the summertime too, so maybe they'll work on it more when September comes around here. Anyways, thanks, Rob, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go down to Pumpico and see Edwin, VE1APD, VE1JBL. Come on in. VE1JBL, VE1APD. Just around here, it's been like everywhere else. It's been raining, thundering a little bit. More rain, now it seems to be cleared off a little bit. So, anyway, that's the way it went all day. And tomorrow I'll have a trip to Halifax, eye appointment in Halifax. So, that's where I'll be probably for the biggest part of the day. Not much else to say. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks for calling me in. VE1JBL, VE1APD. VE1APD, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Edwin. Thanks very much for checking in, and you're one of our regulars there, so good to have you on board there tonight. 7-3 for now. Now let's go down and see Neil at the head of St. Margaret's Bay, VE1YZ, VE1JBL. And I was down in your neck of the woods, or close to your neck of the woods there a couple weeks ago, Neil. Me and the wife went down to Peggy's Cove and took it in for the afternoon there, and had a great time there. It was a beautiful day. In between the days of rain, we were lucked out, and it was a beautiful day down at the cove there. So we enjoyed that very much. Took lots of videos and lots of pictures there. But anyways, come on in. VE1YZ from VE1JBL.
Yeah, hi, Jim. I'm good to talk to you again. You're very far away from us. You're only about a couple hundred yards away if you're going down to Peggy's Cove via the shores of St. Margaret's Bay. And I've just listening here and checking the repeater. There's been a few thunder showers go through. And when VE1 CAM came on, you didn't acknowledge it. I noticed that the repeater, VE1 CDN, came back up on FM. It didn't come up back up on Fusion. And then it happened the second time as well. I don't know why. So I'm checking it out here now, and I see that it's repeating me fine and showing up on the dashboard. Yeah, other than that, not much here. Raining a lot, and not much boating happening this summer. VE1 JBL, VE1YZ.
Yeah, okay, very good, Neil. Good everything there. VE1YZ, VE1JBL. Yeah, I knew the area, and I say because I could look across the water and see the area that you were in there. But anyway, and I went right by the road where Scott lives, because I had asked Scott there. I talked to Scott there a couple weeks before we went down there. I emailed him and asked him about how the roads were and everything, after the storms and everything, if it was all right to get down to Peggy's Cove. Of course, I didn't realize at the time there was only one way down. The other road was completely closed. So luckily we didn't go that way. We went around Hammond's Plains Road, and I was actually talking to Peter, and Peter was saying that you were up to the site after the fires and everything was burned around the repeater, but the repeater was still there. So he told me where the repeater was, so I checked that out as we drove by. Hammond's Plains Road there, found where the repeaters were, and of course went by Station 50 there, where everybody hung out there during the fires there, and yeah, we did see some of the burnt woods there for sure. So anyway, but it was a great day. We really enjoyed it, and we're really glad we went down that day. So very good, Neil. Thanks very much for checking in there tonight. Do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's the second round of Big Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, so let's go back to NB. Anybody from the province of New Brunswick that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net second round, go ahead, guys.
I'm Mike Portable VE9 via Fusion in Moncton, and where QRU. Good night.
VE1WIN, Victor Echo 1 Whiskey India November.
9 Victor Echo Alpha, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha.
Victor Echo 9, Juliet, Charlie, Tango.
Okay, we got four stations. We got 4 stations at a time. I got VO1KJM Ken, and he's QRU. Good evening, Ken. VE1WIN, VE9VEA, and VE9JCT. Second round from New Brunswick. Did I miss anybody or anybody else who would like to check in from the province of New Brunswick? Second round for the province of New Brunswick. Go ahead, please. And with that silence, we will go to the top of the list. Peter, VE1WIN, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening to all on the net. Yeah, we're still here in New Brunswick. It just stopped raining here for a few minutes anyway. Everything's flooded here, but that's not surprising. It's flooded here at the cottage. It always floods because it's a low-lying area. So yeah, all the lawns are look like swimming pools. I'm sitting on my deck and everything is underwater right now. So there you go. With that, Jim, I'll turn it back to you. I'm getting ready to go to the States next week. I'm going down to Maine for
2 or 3 days with Mom. She wants to go down. I want to go down too. Gotta do some grocery shopping in the States and get some of the food I like that's down there that I can't get here in Canada. So, and I'm gonna go hopefully see a buddy of mine. I've never met him yet. So a ham operator friend of mine. And I'll have the radio in the car with me, so that'll be good. So with that, Jim, I'll turn it back to you, and we'll say 7-3 to everybody on the net. So VE1WIN will be clear.
VE1WIN, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Peter. Good on everything there, and good on the trip down to Maine. Where are you heading, Peter? You're heading in the Bangor area?
Yeah, we're looking at that. I think we're gonna aim that way. Yeah. I gotta stop in St. Stephen though on the way over. I want to stop. There's a couple places I want to stop in before I head over. But we're aiming for Bangor or Augusta, so down that way. Anyway, I think that's where we're going.
Yeah, okay, very good, Peter. Yeah, well, have fun. Good luck on the trip there, and hopefully everything goes fine there. Yeah, it's been a long time, boy, since I've been to the States. I haven't been in the States since the 90s. I think the 90s was the last time I was actually in the States there. So, anyways, it's been quite a while there, that's for sure. Very good, Peter. Thanks very much, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go up to Trackety Sheila, or Sheila Trackety. I'm not sure which way it is. Trackety Sheila, I think it is. VE9 VEA, VE1JBL. Come on, good evening, Vern.
1JBL. Wednesday night Fusion Net Control. There you are. I think I got the whole mouthful out, Jim. Well, Jim, we've been trying since VE9AI checked in, just after him or just before him or something. And don't know if you heard me or not, but I knew the system was working because I talked to VE1GY this afternoon on it. We're just breaking in a new toy here. We're breaking it in for the first night on the CQ Maritime Net, so hopefully you're getting a good copy. Right now, I got to move the mic a little bit because I'm talking too close to it. So, Jim, just coming in to give you a mark on the board, participate in the net with a new toy. So I don't know what's showing on the screen I'm using, but hopefully it's doing the job for me. VE1 JBL Net Control, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha. 7-3s all around, 7-3s everybody, bye-bye.
VE9 VEA, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Fern. Yes, I heard you talking to Joe there this afternoon, and even Guy came in there. You were talking to him for a little while there. And, yeah, you were saying you got your new 500. You had mentioned to me that you were going to order one there. So, yep, it sounds good. It does come up saying the FTM 500, Vern. So there you go. So it's working fine there. Yeah, you were a little bit too close to the mic, Vern. You could back off a little bit there, and it would probably be better there for sure. Anyways, thanks, Vern, for coming in. Sure do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening there. VE9 VEA, VE1JBL will be clear, and let's go down to Shediac, and she's Jean-Claude. VE9 JCT, VE1JBL. Come on.
Yeah, very good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all on it. Yeah, and Vern from Trackety. Used to be Trackety Shiloh, but used to be Trackety and Shiloh separate, and now they went to Trackety Shiloh, and now it's back to Trackety only, which, well, anyway, it's like Halifax, Dartmouth type of thing. And besides that, well, didn't do much today. Rain, but not bad at all. 32 millimeters. That's not bad in the last 24 hours. 20 degrees, so it's not cold. But of course, I didn't do anything outside today. I played with a refrigerator that was leaking water for the last 2-3 days, so I moved it and cleaned a whole bunch of stuff, and with a vacuum cleaner and what else? The compressor, the air compressor, and a hair dryer. So. And I have to mention the help from YouTube. Oh my gosh. you'll find any solutions to any problems on the internet. Anyway, great help. It should work. And besides that, not much to add, so I missed most of the net, but anyway, here I am at the end of the bus. Thanks for doing the net, Jim. I'll turn it back to you. From Shediac, Victor Echo 9, Juliet, Charlie, Tango, Jean-Claude.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jean-Claude. Good and everything there. Yes, you're good on the YouTube. I've used the YouTube so many times now, Jean-Claude. I keep it as a favorite on the computer here. I'm in there so much. But they have saved me a lot of money, I'll tell you. A lot of things I've done on the truck, and a lot of things I've done on other things. Oh, the lawnmowers and the, what else was it? The lawnmowers. I've taken the carburetors apart, which I had no idea how to take carburetors apart, clean all the jets and everything. Found that all on YouTube. And parts that I had in the truck go awry. They showed me how to change that, and did no problem doing it once I knew how to do it. Yep, YouTube's a great tool, that's for sure. Anyway, Jean-Claude, thanks very much for coming in from Shediac Thursday night. Do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening. Okay, with that, we've completed the 2 rounds of the Maritime provinces. So what we're going to do now, before we close, is open it up to anybody anywheres, inside or outside the Maritime provinces. Or as Mike would say, in outer space. If we ever got the space station in here, I don't know what would happen. But anyways, stations from anywheres, inside or outside the Maritimes. I'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, recheck, Jim.
1 Delta Echo Sierra, VE1 DES.
Okay, I got Vern in here with a recheck, and I got Don. VE1 DES, VE1 JBL. Come on in, Don.
AVO V1 DES. Good evening, Jim. Some people say I've been spaced out most of my life, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, sounded like you had quite a good gathering on the net. I forgot today was Wednesday. I'm getting old. V1 JBL, V1 DES. You have yourself a good night.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. No problem at all there. VE1 DES, VE1 JBL. Yeah, and speaking of space, my wife still wants to get down to, oh my goodness, it just left me here. The area where the flying saucers were supposed to go ashore there in Nova Scotia. she wants to get down there and see that area. So we're planning a trip. Won't be this year, but we're planning a trip. We've never been down to Yarmouth. We've never been down all the way to Yarmouth, and we've been as far as Digby. On the, let me see, we've been as far, I guess, as Briar Island. Briar Island would be even more south than Digby. We went out to Briar Island. We were there on our honeymoon, actually, went out whale watching. And we've been down as far as Shelburne on the other coast, but we've never gone down to Yarmouth. So we have to take that in. I think we're going to plan that for next summer there, for sure there, Don. So very good. Good and everything. Thanks very much for checking in, and 7-3 for now. Vern with a recheck, VE9, VEA. Go ahead, Vern.
VE1 JBL, VE9 VEA recheck. Jim, a quick question here. Jean-Claude, JCT still on frequency? Over.
Well, I'll see if he is VE9 JCT, VE1 JBL. If you're still on frequency, Jean-Claude, Vern would like to speak to you for a second there. VE9 JCT, VE1 JBL. No, he must have signed off there, Vern. Over.
Hi, Jim. VE9 VEA clear with VE1 JBL. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, very good, Vern. I'm almost done the net here, so maybe after the net is over, give him a call again after the net's over there, and he may be around there. Okay, let's see. That's the bottom of the list there. Any other stations? We're taking stations from inside or outside the Maritimes. Anybody from anywhere that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net before we close? Come on in.
V1 JVL, V1 DES recheck.
Yep, go ahead, Don, and I'm sure you're going to give me the name of the place I've lost in my brain. Over.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Down there in Shake Harbor, you can find that on the internet. They have quite a celebration down there. I really won't hold you any longer. Probably anxious get off and doing something else. V1 DES going clear. Thanks for calling me in again.
Shake Harbor, that's right, Don. Thanks. The only one I could think of was Area 51, but I think that's out in Arizona or Utah or someplace. So I knew it wasn't that one. Shake Harbor, that's the place. Okay, very good, Don. Thanks very much. Okay, with that silence that we heard, we're going to make this the last call. This is going to be the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Of course, this is the last net of August, so our next net will be next Wednesday night. First net in September will be Mike, VE9MTV. We'll be doing the bilingual net there next week for the Maritime Fusion Net. So this is the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for August the 30th. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please. And with that silence, we will close the net. We had 33 check-ins tonight, and I want to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. We would also like to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca. That's Mike Alpha Alpha Romeo Charlie.ca. And click on Club Activities and Nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritime's room is now open for general use. This is VE1JBL, Jim in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia, signing off. Good night, all.
VE1JBL, VE9VA, just one question before you leave, Jim. VE1JBL, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha.
Yeah, go ahead, Vern. VE9VEA, go ahead, VE1JBL.
No, two questions. How is the audio? And if the audio is good, I'll know where to hold the mic here. The other question is, on the display, it shows what radio you're using. What radio does it show on the display I'm using now? VE1JBL, VE9VEA.
Yeah, the audio is good. Is good, Vern. You could go up a little bit more, but I wouldn't want to go up too much more there. At first, you were just overloading there at first there, but it's not bad there right now. And well, on the software, Vern, it's coming up and showing me the FTM 500. But on the actual display, all I'm getting is VE1VEA, so you haven't put your name in on that as of yet. Because I can't remember now if you always used to put the name of your name in there with the call sign or not. But right now it's just coming up VE9VEA. Go ahead.
Okay, I thought FT500 was showing on the screen there. Okay, I might be able to put it in, I might not. It only takes 10 characters, so that's about it. My name, I don't know if I ever had it in there, but I know it showed the FT5 coming up, okay, because I got that. I was able to put that in there with the call sign. The call sign's all in, the radio is supposed to be, and go from there. Anyhow, we just got one more thing to accomplish. Our master. The bloody menu's a mess. They messed up the menu bad. I don't know why they didn't leave it alone, but they had a beautiful menu format on the 400, but no, they had to mess it up. And I got to get the PL tone in now, and that's a son of a gun of a job. Okay, Jim, thanks for hanging in there. VE9VA, clear with VE1JBL. 7-3, bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, very good, Fern. Yeah, it's too bad they had to rearrange things on that for as far as the menu there. But anyways. Okay, have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VE9VEA, VE1JBL, be clear.
Mika vient de Java. Salutations, Michel, ça va bien? Pas si tu m'entends? J'ai changé de fréquence.